You finally sit down. The work is done. No one is asking for you. And yet, you feel uneasy, almost ashamed, as if resting is something you need to justify. Why does doing nothing feel like doing something wrong? And why does your mind get louder the moment your body slows down? Let's not fix it yet. Let's understand it. You tell yourself you deserve a break, but the second you lie down, your brain starts listing unfinished tasks, emails you could send, skills you should be building, people you should check on. Rest becomes a negotiation. You scroll, but you don't relax. You watch something, but you don't enjoy it. You take a break, but you feel behind. Over time, this reshapes your identity. You begin to equate your worth with output. If you are productive, you feel valid. If you are still, you feel exposed. Psychology calls this contingent self-worth, when your value feels conditional on achievement. The more you rely on achievement to feel safe, the harder rest becomes. Because rest threatens the very system you use to measure yourself. You might notice how this affects relationships too. You struggle to receive help. You feel uncomfortable when others relax easily. You secretly resent people who do less but seem fine. Your inner voice says, "I'll fall behind if I slow down. I'll lose momentum if I stop. I'll become lazy if I rest." But where did that voice come from? And why does it feel so convincing? You are not broken. You are adapted. Guilt around rest is not a personality flaw. It's a survival strategy that once made sense. In behavioral psychology, behaviors that reduce anxiety get reinforced. If working hard reduced your fear of criticism, if staying busy protected you from feeling inadequate, if achievement earned you approval, then your brain learned something powerful. Productivity equals safety. So now, when you rest, the brain doesn't interpret it as recovery, it interprets it as risk. And risk activates alertness, which feels like guilt. Your nervous system isn't attacking you, it's protecting you. But protection can become a prison if it never turns off. Here's what's happening inside your brain. When you stop working, your default mode network activates. This is the system involved in self-reflection and evaluation. It asks, how am I doing? What do others think of me? Am I enough? If your identity is tied to productivity, this network becomes hypercritical. Rest removes distraction. Without distraction, evaluation gets louder. There's another layer. Your brain constantly tries to predict and prevent danger. If your past experience taught you that slowing down leads to negative consequences, criticism, missed opportunities, falling behind, then rest becomes associated with threat. So when you rest, your brain sends a signal. Something is wrong. We should be doing something. Think of your brain like a smoke alarm. It's not designed to be accurate. It's designed to be sensitive. If productivity once prevented fires, the alarm now goes off whenever you sit still, even if there's no fire. This creates a loop: rest, anxiety, guilt, return to work, relief. And relief reinforces the cycle. Your brain learns working again made the discomfort go away. That's operant conditioning. The guilt isn't random, it's learned. And learned patterns can be reshaped. We're not going to force rest. We're going to retrain your nervous system. First, schedule rest like a task. Put it on your calendar with a clear start and end time. The prefrontal cortex reduces anxiety when time boundaries are clear. Uncertainty fuels stress. Structure calms it. When rest is vague, your brain sees it as open-ended risk. When it's defined, it feels contained. Instead of saying, "I'll relax later," you say, "From 7 to 7:30, I'm reading." Now rest is not avoidance, it's execution of a plan. Second, label the guilt instead of obeying it. When guilt appears, mentally say, "This is my productivity alarm." Affect labeling, naming emotions, lowers amygdala activity. Putting feelings into words lowers their intensity. You move from reaction to awareness. You're on the couch, the thought appears, you're wasting time. Instead of reacting, you think, alarm. You don't argue, you don't comply, you observe. The intensity softens. Third, redefine rest as performance maintenance. Neuroscience shows that memory consolidation and creative problem-solving improve during downtime. The brain reorganizes information during rest. If you connect rest to long-term effectiveness, it aligns with your identity instead of threatening it. A walk is not laziness, it is neural integration. Fourth, practice micro-rest exposure. Start with 5 minutes of doing nothing. Increase gradually. Avoidance maintains anxiety. Gradual exposure reduces it. By staying in rest without escaping into work, your nervous system learns no catastrophe occurred. Your brain updates its prediction. Rest did not equal danger. Fifth, separate worth from output. Write down one quality you value in yourself that has nothing to do with achievement. Read it during rest. Self-determination theory shows humans need more than competence. When identity relies only on achievement, it becomes fragile. Broadening identity stabilizes self-worth. You might write, "I am thoughtful," not productive, not efficient, thoughtful. Being human is not a performance metric. Imagine your mind as a guard dog. It learned that constant movement keeps the house safe. So when you sit down, it starts barking. Not because you're wrong, but because it's trained. You don't silence the dog with force. You retrain it with evidence. Scheduled rest, labeled guilt, gradual exposure, expanded identity. Over time, the barking softens, not because you became less driven, but because your nervous system learned that stillness is not abandonment, it's restoration. Rest is not the opposite of ambition, it's the rhythm that sustains it. The guilt may not disappear overnight. It may whisper the next time you slow down, but now you'll recognize the voice, not as truth, as habit, and habits can change. The next time you rest and feel that familiar tension, pause, notice it, stay anyway, because the ability to be still without losing yourself is a deeper form of strength. And maybe the real growth isn't in how much you can do, but in how safely you can stop.